Or depending on how the game goes, is most likely Bloodstone into Orchid into BKB, or maybe even decide to go for the BKB second, depending on the flow of the game. Like, if he's just getting crushed, then he's probably going to grab the BKB second, but...
EGM, you're so mean. Look at him, he goes behind the tier 1 tower, actually gets a deny on the range creep, doing everything in his power, but yeah, we're going to see Legion Commander go down. Just a bit too far forward. Good rotation.
Also, I really like the way that OG are utilizing No-Tail. This hero also lends itself to being a comfort pick for Alliance.
That being said, Admiral Bulldog did seem to have an off game earlier. We talked about in between the game how he's supposed to be like this really good 1v1 player, but did kind of lose that lane, and now he's going to be feeling a lot of pressure as the Earth Spirit successfully gets the roll in and allows Miracle to be able to clean up the kills. So not just a 1v1 matchup. Oh, the roll misses from Crit. He does manage to get the kick, but I don't think that means much. Loda turns around, throws out the nuke for the extra movement speed. That'll be the end of that attempt at an engagement. Fudge middle lane, just barely caught the tail end of Admiral Bulldog going down. Heat sticking missile. Miracle. Takes a while to get to that point. You could say Storm Spirit and Legion Commander kind of share timings in that regard. So the 10-15 minute marker is going to be too open. Moon, he does have a crush. S4 is trying to keep his distance away from Moon and will be able to claim that last hit. Very nicely played. The positioning game almost going to go down to Miracle. May end up dying to Furion as he comes in. Last little jump from S4. He is able to get out.
Alliance are actually leading with their supports head first before any of their cores go there. Even with Storm being the most hyper-mobile carry in the game, they weren't really willing to sacrifice his positioning to show himself on the map.
Top lane's pushing in, and you don't really have good control of your jungle. Well, send a support up
He's
there.
He's just like poking him forward. He's like, don't worry, man. I've got your back.
And then as soon as he jumps, he's like, oh yeah, that is a terrible place to be. I'm out.
Look, okay. Poor okay.
Behind tier 2. EGM, once again, the support of Alliance goes down, and now we're going to see a repeat as Ake almost ends up going down 2 HP. OG now laying control over this tier 2 tower, being able to push back that... he seems to know like all of the timings of everything that's happening at a team fight and position himself accordingly.
And right now they are going to ask a lot out of him on the side of OG. Like, he has to do... At the rate this game is going at.
Oh, jump on mid. Plate mail versus plate mail, but they do have the little bit of extra help with Sunray over the top, and that might mean Loda actually loses this fight. No-Tail, winner there. And now they've actually taken away the Aegis from the Storm Spirit as well. They're going to try and get oh, nice there from Ake, but he immediately dies to Miracle. S4 is on his way out and will be able to get away, but EGM not so lucky. Quick bash there. Phoenix actually preventing S4 from being able to respond as OG go on EGM. Now they jump forward. S4, is he actually going to be caught here? They don't. They do have a silence coming up soon. S4 they have the last with been remnants of his mana, and they're able to catch him out.
That is not what they wanted out of that fight.
They're going to get this bottom lane eventually. I can only presume that OG has that on their short list.
Their ability to infinitely scale turned on them too. They gave away dual damage.
We got to talk about it.
Oh, top.
No.
No-Tail's got a Hex.
Jesus, that is so early too. S4 is still silenced up. Now they have the Sunray. He's actually going to go down again. Ake's up next, and EGM just has to clap his hands 3 times and teleport back home, which he'll do so successfully. But you take it on the Storm Spirit and infinitely scaling, but he just keeps going down, down, and down. 5 Bloodstone charges. Now the mid lane, and Bulldog tries to actually, no, he misses the Savage Roar. So No-Tail managed to sprout him in. The stun still lands. Admiral Bulldog trapped inside the trees and won't ever be able to escape. That bouncing laser as well. Actually kind of effective versus that lone Druid. The bear unable to do any damage to No-Tail in return.
All of this action is just ramped up all at once.
So good versus the lone Druid.
That cost them nothing too. The Hex is going to be up of cooldown in 10 seconds. The Sunray plus the amp damage comes so quickly up at top.
Yeah, OG keeping up the tempo. They want to actually go for more here, and they're actually going to run in right into no Loda. No-Tail is going to go for the duel here and might be able to win it too, as Crit is trying to help out with the damage. Unfortunately, they're both silenced up now, thanks to the Orchid. The Sunray just comes in a little bit too late to help out the allies, but does manage to get the kill on both. as the silence lasts long enough for Miracle to be able to come in with the heavy nukes, and they're going to get another one here potentially. Oh, Moon missing out on that stun. Okay, still has all the vision on him, and I'm presuming the Tinker is going to be able to come in with the extra bit of damage to finish him off. One more rearm, blink forward, and a heat-seeking missile. Laser, just to make sure. Double kill on Miracle. I was kind of joking about like he's just a bloodlust, but that's essentially what he's going to become too.
Not become, is already.
It's true.
Oh, in mid.
Loda jumped on, chain stun. They're going to have Miracle coming in with the extra damage too. Loda doesn't have a chance. Just chain stun constantly. S4's going to go on to No Tail with his BKB. And all the great attack speed, he will actually be able to take one. It looks like he'll manage to get the Phoenix Egg as well. The stun comes in, actually stalls it. S4, the laser stops everything. The egg explodes. Alliance, the fight entirely resets. And now they've got a fresh stun ray burning through Bulldog. He's almost dead. Crit managed to catch up to him. The Zephyr goes down, but Miracle's still able to catch him with the edge of the Shivas. Loda, the target next as they get control onto him with the help of Crit. That's a dieback for Loda. And Alliance struggling to keep any control of this game as they're going to lose EGM as well. OG may have just found their opportunity to go high ground. Again, time after time, Moon just trying Alliance, seeing if there's a weak point somewhere in that high ground defense, and they are getting a small bit of damage on the tier 3s. Loda thinking about, oh, Linkage actually comes down. Loda's going to be turned around on. Thought he was going to be able to get the duel. Instead, he's the one who ends up going down. Nothing given, nothing gained. As for BKB activated, but Supernova goes down, and Alliance are forced to retreat back to the fountain without Loda. Again, 60 seconds on him as he died back last team fight. Now EGM's gone as well. Alliance going to have to give up a full lane of racks, it seems.
Yeah, this is not something that they can really defend. They're going to send the Storm forward with some shenanigans of the Keeper of the Light combination, but this is definitely going to mean set a rack. They've got to be careful too. They've got Hexus still.
No, Ake's down as well. Beyond Godlike for Miracle. Quick buyback by him. But it's not just one lane of racks at this point in time. It's rapidly going to be turning into two if they lose this Spirit Bear for the third time in 3 minutes now. There, sure enough, it goes down. Admiral Boulder is going to be the next one versus Miracle just going through the revolver that is his spells. S4 gets Scythify up. Not going to be able to have the follow-up there as Moon misses out of the crush. And S4 should be able to get back to the fountain. Okay, not so lucky. Yet another dieback for Alliance.
That is a godlike Phoenix. 10, 1, and 12. He has so many different items.
Are going to be able to penetrate the high ground once again and finish this game off.
Oh, No Tail actually TPs into that, but
Scythe of Ice leading onto the bear. They quickly wake the bear up. Press the attack.
Tail's getting pretty low.
Fun attempting this ball lightning recall back. It's a form of high ground defense. Quickly burst down the wave, but not quite getting it perfectly. The laser goes down. Alliance dropping pretty quickly now. The long jump in, but again, it's just a recall back. Bringing OG a bit low. Miracle doesn't mind. He'll just head back to base. BRB, he says. Jump in from the Storm Spirit again, getting some damage onto No Tail. Waiting for that heal up. Frantically trying to bottle. Maybe he can actually get a finishing blow on somebody, but problem with these global heroes. Just head right back to the Radiant base.
This has got to be the most frustrating situation for OG, and this is saying something considering they're the ones with Tinker in the game, which is a notoriously defensive hero. But Alliance are just holding the line, using the Storm Spirit Ball repeatedly, clearing the wave.
Okay, if they can actually start getting this timing like perfected, that mid-creep wave's never actually going to be able to breach the high ground. They just have to deal with the side lanes at this point. OG, they're like, fine, enough with your shenanigans. Let's get ourselves an Aegis and cheese.
Who does this even benefit that much on OG? I guess they could get it on anybody and just decide to go for it.
Yeah. Ridiculous things I've ever watched. No Tail's going to try and go high ground anyway with the help of Miracle. Moon jumps in and gets the stun on EGM. Next round, a Storm Spirit bursting down the creep wave and getting some chip damage onto the rest of OG. And again, OG, maybe you're right, maybe they are going to be misstepping here.
They are getting pretty low.
A little too low. And maybe this is the one. Hey, maybe they can actually get a jump here. Moon gonna be rooted up, managed to get the stun. Okay, never mind. Spirit Bear's gonna go down again. Laser goes out. Alliance now have to back out. They're all too low. Miracle's gonna be able to come in big time to maybe clean up multiple kills. or at least force out the BKB. Loda now just getting a right click by No-Tail. Nice hit there from the blinding light, but it's not enough to be able to save Loda. S4 destroyed, gets Scythify stuff right underneath the burning sun, and OG take full control of the mid lane. S4 time and time again trying to jump in, trying to disrupt the OG push high ground, but it's just not happening. OG, they played it safe, they played it conservative, and they built themselves enough of an advantage that they will not be pushed back. And it ends not with a bang, but a whimper for Alliance.
Gives him a smiley face.
Radiant victory.
That's so sadistic.
The Radiant now have Mega.
That was very sadistic.
It's like, good game. Smiley face.
I mean, it was the same treatment by both teams. That was the ridiculousness of it. The first 25 minutes of the game, it was like Alliance doing this kind of like dance around, like, haha, we're farming, you're not actually doing anything. And the game was just crawling at a snail's speed. But then OG got the control, right? And then they did the same thing. They just
Jokes
kinda,
on you, clowns.
yeah, they're like, oh, yeah, that was a fun game, wasn't it, Alliance? Wasn't it? Yeah. How about a little bit of taste of your own medicine? Wow.